Hello, Mr. Delaney. You are today in Paris to present your French fans your new book, Arena 13. We would like to talk with you about this new saga and about your experience as a writer.
Okay.
Arena 13 depicts a really sad and desperate future of our world. Have you created this universe as a pessimistic vision of our modern world?
Not particularly. I just enjoyed the fantasy. I'm not trying to parallel with anything that might happen in our world. And I first wrote that in 1991. It's true that. I wrote that before The Spook's Apprentice. And that is the book that got me an agent and eventually got me published. But I didn't complete that. I got taken on because of that one book. And it got rejected and rejected and rejected. But of course, I've changed it now. Hopefully it's better. Hopefully it's better. But no, it's not. I don't feel pessimistic about the world, personally. You know, I'm quite an optimistic person. You know,
okay.
It's just that I like writing about things like that. So I've got into that kind of a feel, a mood. It's sort of dystopian. It's like the end of the world. Mm-hmm. It's like humanity's on its last leg. But it doesn't reflect the way I feel. You know, and maybe it will have a happy ending. We'll see.
Just after the publication of the first volume of Arena 13, your readers are really waiting for the second one.
Right.
And where are you in your creation progress?
Of the second one? I was in London last night on my way to Paris, and I met my editor, and I'm about to send the next to the last draft of the book. But now she suggested that I extend it a little bit, really. So rather than submit it at the end of next week. That was the plan. This is not the final draft, it's almost the final draft.
Okay.
She now says, work on it till after Christmas. Okay, but it is more or less finished. In a sense, I know what happens. It's called Arena 13, The Prey, because everyone is the prey of, you know. So it's more or less done. It's okay. And I'm already thinking about book number 3.
How many volumes will it take to tell the entire story of Leaf?
It's a good question. I was negotiating last night because I think there are more than 3. You know, I think I wouldn't say there are 30. I don't think it's going to be another Spooks. But there could be 7. It depends on the success in England, particularly of the book, the sales and everything. It depends if I'm still enthusiastic. But I know there are 4. Because I don't want to give too much away, but the land is enclosed by a barrier. Yeah. What's on the other side of the barrier? That's the most interesting thing of all to me. So at some point, we are going to go beyond the barrier to find out what the djinn are really like. So that's probably going to be book 4.
At the end of the reading, we are eager to discover what will happen next. So you talk a little bit about it. But is the entire story already created in your mind? Or not really?
The way I write, I discover. I discover as a writer. When I start a book, and I don't know necessarily exactly how it will end. It's a process of discovery. Because I wrote this in 1991 and I worked on it maybe 2 or 3 years, so there were 2 or 3 books. Mainly, it was for adults then. It was for adults. I have a lot more material in my head than usual. Yeah. So I have a rough idea what's going to happen. If you know the book, Quinn, the girl who wants to fight in the arena, it's a male-dominated world. She can't. Maybe she'll get a chance. That's all I can say. And maybe she'll fight against things beyond the barrier, because the djinn are female, and the Shetex are female, and they won't countenance fighting a man. Men are nothing to them. But Quinn is the one who might well be the champion of the human race. That's the way I'm thinking. I don't know how it will end. But that's the way my mind's working at the moment. That's the idea.